Welcome everyone to successfully setting up a digital transformation strategy using DELMIAWorks ERP. Facts are the foundation of informed business decisions and enabling better business outcomes. However, it's been my experience that these facts are very hard to come by for the average operational manager, business owner, or C-suite executive. Not to mention the employees that must seek out the information that are required just to do their jobs have a very hard time sometimes finding the information. The use of disconnected applications from different vendors, numerous MS Excel spreadsheets, and a general reliance on ad hoc software applications leads to a very clouded view of a business's status and ill-formed business decisions that come from that. It may be time to look at your current ERP system to see if it's holding you back. So those of you that have been in the ERP market for a while may know the name IQMS manufacturing software. Back in 2019, Dassault SolidWorks purchased the IQMS and rebranded it to DELMIAWorks. So it's been around for over 32 years as IQMS and now as DELMIAWorks. So Industry 4.0 might be a term that you've heard about. We're going to talk about what does it mean, what does it pertain to you, why you should be ready, and what happens if you do nothing about it. We're going to touch on how DELMIAWorks ERP can assist on your path. And the fourth industrial revolution represents a new stage in the organization and control of the industrial value chain. So the basis of Industry 4.0 is smart machines, or often called cyber machines, cyber physical machines, and various things like that. Unfortunately, cyber physical machines tends to give a connotation of a sci-fi movie. So we prefer to go and talk about Industry 4.0 or the connected machines. So the way this works is the intelligent machinery that you have on your shop floor is connected to your network so that it can communicate with the different process and industrial pieces of equipment and software that you have in your plant. However, not all those components are actually able to talk and communicate with those machines. So we need to have a viable way to communicate that. Here's a graphical view that sums up how the modern control systems are used, along with the embedded software applications and systems that connect to your network and the Internet of Things. So the IoT is a term that you hear quite often. This is a way and a means of getting production networked so it can communicate with those different productions, equipments, value creation, the real-time optimization. All in all, the Industry 4.0 systems create the capabilities needed for smart factories. These are the same capabilities we know from the Internet of Things, like remote monitoring and track and trace, just to mention two of the key benefits. So every one of these departments you see here creates metadata that's used by other departments. They all share data, although they may not be aware of where the data originally came from. The data either just appears on the company network or maybe within your ERP system, but more than likely the department employees need to go searching for it because the current systems are disconnected, or they're not capable of actually linking the front office data to the back office manufacturing or shop floor and all the data that's created there. What that does is it costs time, both in money and delay for product delivery to your customers. And we just can't have these things today because things are working such a quick, very fast reliance on getting things done and out the door. The ideal system can handle our company's requirements from order entry right through to shipping, an end-to-end solution, greatly reducing the need for employees to run around seeking out information, asking questions, waiting for answers, or worse, getting conflicting answers, and then they have to decide which one's the most opportune and best way to go. Often these answers don't sync up because the slice of time that the questions were asked is different than the slice of time in which somebody gave the answer. The data can change due to the passage in time, and now the employee that asked the question has to decipher the answer and its true meaning. This can cause problems unto its own. Out of sync data is really a problem that most people don't pay enough attention to. Let's look at where the data is generated, and also let's look at where your current ERP is actually capturing the data that is being generated. Order processing, the start of the sales cycle. After all, that's where all the rubber hits the road. You receive an order, you complete it, your customer pays you. Simple, right? Well, there's a lot of metadata generated from the start to the end of the sales process alone. Quotes, purchase order numbers, inventory requirements, inventory POs, inventory move requests. Oh, and my favorite one, customer promise date. What date did we promise the customer that they would have their order that they just placed with us? MES, or the Manufacturing Execution System, that's what the ERP does for the front office, MES does for the manufacturing floor. It gathers all the detail for production and process monitoring. Have you ever wondered where the process of a particular production run is currently at? Is it at 10% completion, 50%? Is it stuck at 90% because a piece of production equipment is down? Why is it down? How long has it been down? Are the right personnel notified that it's down? And let's get to the meat and potatoes of the machine being down. What does this do to my capable to promise date? After all, we made a promise to Joe customer. We will have your order by a certain date. These days, if you fail in your delivery, the customer can easily get on the internet and find another supplier of the same item. And it's a lot cheaper to keep a customer than it is to find a new one. So whatever you can do to ensure prompt, on-time delivery is in your best interest. The production side of the business is where the machines, the operators, the assemblies all rely on upstream inventory, procurements, and scheduling systems to not only ensure the components and raw materials are ready at the right time, at the right location on the shop floor, but also to inform you of the current status of any condition that might delay the completion of a production run is going to happen. There's a huge amount of data produced in the production floor, yet most companies don't make an effort to record it. If they do, it's in some other application that's not tied back to the ERP system's database. Or worse yet, it's an Excel spreadsheet, an island disconnected data all on its own, like a dead sea of other data. And it's very difficult to try to connect those two together, especially in a timely manner. How can important time and sensitive decisions be made without all the pertinent data to inform you of a correct and concise determination? Not only are there data points like parts per minute, such as 9,247 parts completed of a 10,000 part order, due for a shipping date due by October 7th for delivery to the customer no later than Friday, October 13th to meet a promise date. Oh, Monday, October 12th is a stat holiday, so no deliveries on a Monday. So therefore, we need to make sure it gets out there by Friday at the latest. Now, through a machinery breakdown or two, late arriving material, etc., can really throw a hammer into all of those different aspects of deliveries. Supply chain management. Once we've manufactured our goods, we need to arrange to ship it to the customer before or at latest on the on-promise date. There's a lot of things that can get in the way of the on-time delivery. It's such a shame when all the work that your staffs have put into producing a product or on-time delivery and it's torpedoed because of a shipping issue, either receiving of those raw materials from a third party or just trying to coordinate it to get it out the back door. Any little issue that arises from the time the product's ordered to its completion until it arrives at the customer's receiving dock is a supply chain issue. You can see why all the data being produced within a manufacturing system is not only important, but it's indispensable in making accurate and timely decisions. You can also see where most of the data is generated on the manufacturing floor either evaporates or it's not collected in a synchronized fashion to be married up with other data that could give a clearer picture. So how do we get the data from the shop floor and what do we do with it when we do get that data? Well, you no longer need to support multiple systems with different touch points from different vendors. DELMIAWorks operates on a single platform with a single intuitive interface for all users. If in the future you wish to migrate from on-premise to the cloud, it's still the same platform. No worries about customization, compatibility, or user experience differences. It's all the same platform on one database. Now that's truly awesome. Enterprise Resource Planning, or ERP software, is a management solution that integrates applications to help improve business operations, communications, and collaboration. An ERP software system streamlines processes across sales, order processing, finance, human resources, planning, production, inventory, procurement, and so many more other areas of a manufacturing company. That's all easy, right? Remember, if you want all the data to be relational to any other data, it should all be in one database made by the same company, not a number of different ad hoc systems tied together by some form of an interface. The data you're collecting has relationships with other data within the system, and the data relationships are what's truly important. Tired of waiting until the end of a shift to understand what's happening on the shop floor? Great decisions are made with great data. Real-time monitoring allows the entire company to be connected to that shop floor. We can connect our manufacturing execution system, or MES systems, to any equipment on your floor to monitor cycles, strokes, multi-cavity injection molding, progressive dies, CNC machining, or any other operation. We have both discrete I/O and PL interface capability to interface with the state-of-the-art computer equipment that you just purchased, or that cast iron beast made back in 1942 that runs like a clock, with relay logic from back when vacuum tubes were the leading edge technology. We can even capture data from manual assembly tables using touchscreens with large buttons that can be operated with gloves on. Then business intelligence dashboards give you a view of what's happening on each machine on your floor, all updated in real time. So we spoke earlier about the data that's collected during the course of your manufacturing processes, or rather we spoke of all the data that's generated, not necessarily collected. From a 30,000-foot view, we can see how all this data is relational with pertinent other data. How can clear, concise decisions be made when some or even most of the data is never considered because it's not within your grasp? That's where having a manufacturing execution system that's integrated with your ERP system makes reality much, much clearer. So DELMIAWorks is supplied with a standard ERP functionality as indicated with the blue and the orange functions. The white functions are operational modules that may assist you with specific functionality. Those optional modules can be added at any time. Naturally, sharing the same single database with all the modules as it does within DELMIAWorks makes sure that all that data is relational. Javelin can even assist you with choosing the appropriate modules. Now, the basic DELMIAWorks software includes the MES components of quality management, labeling, production control, and reporting functions as standard items. Again, these boxes are in blue as standard functionality, and the white boxes are optional modules again. The optional functionality allows you to expand to shop floor areas with key features as your company grows. And again, since there's only one database, the information shared between these modules as well. And of course, CRM functionality is included as standard. Now, the accounting, business, and finance functions also have standard modules and a few optional features depending on your requirements, all developed by the same company using the same single database to keep all the data fully integrated. Each module communicates with the other modules. We all know the money is made on the shop floor. Direct labor and direct materials all charged to the cost of the product on the shop floor. That's where the money is made. But that historically is also where the collection of metadata associated with the process is the thinnest. How can we make the best decisions if we don't know the operational effectiveness of our machines? Data like this product runs best on this machine, or compared to those machines it runs better over here, or the machine is needing maintenance. What will that do to my customer promise date? What about ensuring that the process parameters are being adhered to? Are the optimum pressures being attained on each machine cycle? How does this compare to the scrap rate in the machine? The two may be tied together, right? How fast can you react to a situation like that if the details are only collected by the end of the shift and then maybe collated and considered halfway through the next shift? You could be running non-optimum parts per minute for a lot of hours before the triggers pull to do something about it, if somebody notices it. Those triggers can be automated to bring your attention to dashboards and such. When it comes to 3D design, SolidWorks has been the tool of choice for many manufacturers for many years. Now with DELMIAWorks' SolidWorks add-in, users can link part and assembly information to DELMIAWorks inventory, bill of materials, project management, and preventative maintenance modules for increased productivity and data error reduction. For the DELMIAWorks menu within the SolidWorks software, your employees can link documents and drawings to DELMIAWorks records and then easily jump between the two systems directly into the appropriate modules. It behaves as if you're working within a single applications. Now that truly closes the loop on digital transformation strategies. Here's another link in the digital transformation strategy. Starting with the engineering design, there should be a digital thread that links all the data together. The CAD assembly model has threads that should be linked to the individual part models that make up the assembly. Each of these part models has threads that link to the parts drawings, CNC capable files, and so on. The assembly has drawings and BOMs. Now that we get to different layers of the BOMs, there is the engineering BOM with all the engineering data required to develop the product. There's the MBOM, which is the manufacturing bill of materials, where the routing codes and all the required manufacturing information is. Sometimes this is referred to as a traveler or a router document, or instead of a bill of materials, it's a bill of manufacture. But we can also have a weldment BOM, third-party purchase BOM, machining BOM, and electronics BOM. There's all sorts of endless possibilities with that single thread bringing through right into the ERP and MES system. This brings us back to the importance of a successful digital transformation strategy, where real-time data is easily accessible, allowing for better and more timely and precise to-be-made decisions. We can see we're connecting the shop floor ERP system via MES can enable much more timely and accurate decisions to be made. During that elusive margin up, reduce the cost, poor quality, and of course, ensuring that the customer promise date commitment given by order entry can be achieved. Decisions that have to be made can be done so with an eye to the true costs, the profit and delivery promises without the data gaps or time delays that come with disconnected manufacturing floors. We can see the benefits of Industry 4.0 processes with improvements on efficiency and quality while lowering our production costs. And of course, we ensure on-time delivery to meet customer expectations, all while ensuring scalable growth. DELMIAWorks provides reliable, real-time ERP and MES software systems developed specifically for manufacturing processes. Whether you're a small single plant manufacturer or a large multi-plant global manufacturer, DELMIAWorks has a manufacturing specific ERP software to fit your business needs. You deserve to have a successful digital transformation strategy at your fingertips, assisting you with those hard day-to-day decisions, ensuring optimum profits. Thank you. If you have any questions or would like to see some more information, please contact us at Javelin Technologies.